Good morning, students. Welcome you again. I hope you are enjoying this new mode of teaching through videos and notes formation. I again telling you that you should make notes and you should solve the question answers so that it gets more and more practice and you are more capable of learning these topics. So in my last video we have discussed about the speed. So what is speed? It is defined as the distance traveled by a body per unit time, which is known as speed. So formula will be speed is equal to distance traveled by time taken. It actually gives, I have told you that it gives about the average speed of the car, because we are calculating that total distance traveled by total time taken. We always take total distance traveled by total time taken, hence it is the average speed of any person, of any car. So the units are, generally we use units kilometer per hour. Some more standard units are, that is meter per second, or that is also centimeter per second can be used. Speed can be measured by speedometer and odometer can be measured kilometers. Numericals of speed, I have given you one numerical, and in your book there are 5 to 6 numericals are there. So you can solve these numericals. If any query you can ask me. Now we are coming to the next topic, that is the types of motion. Generally the motion is of two types. First one is known as the uniform motion and second is non-uniform motion. Uniform means uniformity. Uniformity is the equality. Okay. So if a body covers equal distance in equal interval of time, then it is known as the uniform motion. Example, the hour hand of a clock, the minute hand, the minute needle of clock, they always move regular intervals in regular interval of time, then they are known as uniform motion. More examples are motion of earth. Earth is regularly moving with a fixed speed, then it covers a fixed distance in fixed interval of time called as uniform motion. Next heading is non-uniform motion. If a body covers unequal distance in equal interval of time, then it is known as non-uniform motion. Example, running of a child in ground. Suppose a child starts running, he has full energy, he is running with a full speed. After some time he gets tired, then he runs with a very less speed. More tired, then he stops. He stops running. Then we can say that the child is covering non-equal distance in equal interval of time, called as non-uniform motion. Now the examples to show the motion. To show the motion, there are three general types we can show, that is using the graph, using the bar, or using the pie chart. Here I am using the distance time graph. Here we are having two axes. In maths you have also studied about the some graph. There two axes perpendicular to each other are present. Two lines are there which are perpendicular to each other. One axis is known as, the bottom axis is known as x-axis and the perpendicular axis is known as y-axis. So two axes are there, x-axis and y-axis. So on the one axis we are having distance and on the other axis we are having time. So check, with increase in time the distance is regularly increasing, which shows the uniform motion. Uniform speed is there. When a body covers equal distance in equal interval of time, then it is known as the uniform motion. But in second case, as the time increases up to now, up to here, the distance traveled is very less or zero. But as the time increases, distance increases. Here, time is very less increases, but distance is more increases. So this shows about the example of non-uniform motion. So have you understand about the uniform motion and non-uniform motion? If it travels equal distance in equal interval of time, then it is uniform motion. If it travels unequal distance in equal interval of time, known as non-uniform motion. Some more examples like pie chart. Pie chart is formed on the circular path. Okay, so we have to calculate the percentage, and according to percentage we are given the pie chart. This is the bar graph. Bar graph also denotes about the how many time distance traveled by in time, if it is having time, and here it is distance. So we can show that in this time how much distance is covered, in this time how many distance is covered. So it is about the bar graph to measure the distance and time. Next is very important, what is time? We always listen about from our seniors or from our teachers that time is very precious. Time is very precious. So I am understanding you what is time. Time is the duration in which things occur. So for example, your school time. Your school time is a time in which the study will occur. Similarly, your parents make your timetable at home, so which includes TV time, which includes games time, which includes dinner time, or which includes study time. So time is the duration in which anything, any work can occur. Okay, so we can measure the time with the help of clock. Generally nowadays we measure the time with the help of clock, and to be punctual we have to do our work always on time. Okay, for example, we have to reach on time. If we get late, then we will be punished. If we are not on time, then our school bus will be missed. So again, it causes a lot of punishment for us, or it causes a burden or pressure or some tensions, so that our work is not completing on time. If your work is not completing on time, your school work not completes on time, that your parents get tensed. Okay, so measurement of time in ancient times. In ancient times there were no clocks, so people estimate the time with the natural events, like the time interval between sunrise and sunset was a day. When the sun rises and when the sun sets, then a day will be complete. Okay, nowadays also you have seen in the newspaper the time of sunrise and sunset will be given. The time from one full moon to the next full moon was a month. Okay, you can also remember about the 15 days. From no moon to full moon is the 15 days, and one full moon to another full moon is the full month. That is also known as Puranmashi, as our old calendar, Puranmashi or Purnima. Okay, in the ancient times there were 3 general clocks were there by some peoples which can be prepared. First is the sundial. Sundial works on the principle that the shadow formed by sunlight. So it is having a triangular knob which is present in the sunlight. When sunlight falls on it, then it shows some duration. It shows the shadow where that time will be changed, will be noted. The historic sundials are present in Jaipur and Delhi Jantar Mantar. You can also go there and you can see the old sundials. The next one is the sand clock. Sand clock is the consist of two glass bulbs. One glass bulb, another glass bulb with a narrow tube with some sand on it. So the upper jar is filled with sand and the sand slowly comes down to the lower jar. Once the lower jar gets filled, the clock is inverted and the 1 hour gets completed. Okay, so this is the sand clock to check the 1 hour. Sundial to check 1 day and sand clock to check 1 hour. And water clock is also there to measure the hour also. It is the based on principle of inward and outward regulated flow of water using drops. Okay, line till water is been put in and drop by drop it is regulated and 1 hour is completed. In my next is the modern devices to measure time. Nowadays we have the non-digital and digital clocks. Digital clocks are there by using many children's, and this is the analog clock used by many peoples. It is made up of the quartz crystal which is made from the silica, and it is based on the regular vibrations. It is having a small motor regulated by a cell in which regular vibrations will be done, and on the basis of vibrations the clocks will move. Next is the units of time. Time is measured, generally the SI unit of time is second. Very important, time is measured in second. Other units may include minutes, hours and milliseconds. Okay, so I am having some unit conversions. They are very easy. 1 millisecond is having 0.001 second. 1 minute is having 60 seconds. 1 hour is having 60 minutes or 3600 seconds. 24 hour will make 1 day. 12 months will make 1 year. 10 year will make 1 decade, and 100 years will make 1 century. So this is all about the units of time and time measurements about the ancient devices and modern devices. So it's very important. Please note down in your notebooks. Thanks and have a nice day.